Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review. Yeah, it's my birthday today, so I thought I'd have a special beer. Probably not going to do the video until tomorrow. Um, I'm still having problems with my videos, my camera, my rendering. I'm not a computer guy. I'm not sure, what's going on. Nothing's superbly old, but I guess in the world of computers, like 4 or 5 years is obsolete now, which is absolutely crazy. Um, got a cap that I got from my sister. Got a fantastic T-shirt from my other half, but yeah, today hasn't been that great, if I'm being honest. So yeah, what to do? Have a beer, and this one is a kind of special beer. I had a bit of a snooze actually earlier on. I was going to do this earlier in the day, but there we go. It is the coffee stout, partially kind of wiped off, but that's why. And this is one of Mike's homebrewed beers, and it's been sitting in the Royston for ages. So he said I could have it. I don't know if he knew it was my birthday when he gave it to me, but he's wished me a happy birthday today. So, Mike, this review, if it ever goes out, is for you, brother. So, let's get this bad boy open. It is a very strong kind of imperial stout. Okay, I thought it was going to be a bit more violent than that on the opening, but no. So, it's an imperial coffee stout. He said it's about 11, maybe 11.5%, I think. And the coffee from here, I believe, came from the Royston. They gave Mike a couple of bags of the coffee that they use, and Mike now works at the Royston, which is crazy. I don't think he did at the time. But anyway, 11% Imperial Stout on my birthday. Got to be done. I've gone for this sort of Guinness glass because it's a stout, you know what I mean? So let's see what we get in this bad boy. Wow, this is not very lively at all. He said to me when he gave it to me, be careful when you open it because it might explode. Well, let me tell you, it did not at all. Hardly any. I mean, there's a little bit of formation there, but that is well and truly no head. Now, I do know that I think, if I remember, he put this beer in for competitions, got the feedback on it, etc., etc., and it came fourth. So it was, best. Well, the fourth best in class in that show. So it should be a good one. I'm not getting super. Oh, maybe a tinge. I was going to say I'm not getting a superb amount of kind of coffee aroma, and then it kind of hit me. Little bit of sourness, definitely some maltiness, some roasty kind of maltiness. Well, it could be the roastiness coming from the coffee, couldn't it? But yeah, a bit of kind of bitter sourness going on there. Anyway, um, cheers, Mike. Thank you very much for the donation. Um, as most homebrewers know, unless you're doing a lot of competitions, and Mike does do quite a few competitions, you end up with quite a lot of stock. So it's not unusual for people to give their beers away to certain people. You can't like just give it away to everyone, but I'm privileged in getting one of these, so I thought I'd drink it on my birthday. Let's see what we get. Whew. 10+% beer. Come on. Oh. Okay, interesting. So first thing is very boozy. It tastes boozy. in the mouth before you even drink it. But there's a nice amount of creaminess there too. And yeah, this was a beer that Mike made a while ago, like yeah, really early in the year, if I remember rightly. And we had a bit of a talk about it um, outside the pub, believe it or not. In fact, I think when we were talking about it, that was the day that someone's car broke down, literally outside the pub. So a few of us push started the car across the traffic lights. If you know Broadstairs, you'll know the crossing. And for some unknown reason, I decided that was a good idea in flip-flops, and I managed to cut the bottom of my feet, which was absolutely crazy, and it was peeing out blood. But yeah, he was telling me about the backbone, the details of what went into this, and I can honestly say it was so long ago I can't quite remember. But there's definitely something in there that's giving a nice body, a nice kind of creamy mouthfeel. Maybe it's the coffee beans. Sometimes, if you're getting a light roast coffee, a little bit like tonka beans as well. I don't know if you've had beers with tonka beans, but anything with beans in, the bean creates kind of a creaminess, which is really interesting. I don't think there's too much kind of, well, there's probably some oats in there, obviously, but I don't think there's anything major extra in there that's giving that creaminess to the beer. Oh, yeah, it's really weird. I know this beer is really strong, but yeah, the mouthfeel is really good. Um, the only thing, like I say, is it's a shame about the lack of the head on there. Hopefully the shot stays in focus. Oh, we've just seen that I had a bit of a shave, or a half shave today. I left a bit of the tash here, but I didn't finish off with the blade. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling it today too much. So yeah, a bit dishevelled looking, maybe a little bit different without the full beard, but that will come back. Don't you worry, dear viewer. Um, oh, yeah, really, really, really nice. If this was a bit more carved up, or even maybe put on a nitro draft, that would be really good because it's got the creaminess and the nitrogen kind of dispense. The nitro head makes it even more creamy. That's why Guinness has that really thick cap on it, but when you're drinking it, it tastes really creamy. Whereas if you get it in the bottles, not so much. Um, this one should have the carbonation. Actually, that's something I would check to see if it has the legs. If you can see that, let's see if we can have a look at where the beer touches the glass. There we go. You see it falling down. That's what they call the legs, because the alcohol essentially sticks on the glass. It happens in higher alcohol drinks as well. Whiskey, I'm thinking especially. Um, yeah, but this is nice. It is boozy. I can feel my kind of face feeling warm. Um, I haven't actually had any dinner. Um, I had a lunch and then I kind of fell asleep for quite a while actually, and felt no need to wake up. So I'm probably not going to upload this until Monday. So it's Sunday night, but I'm going to probably upload it on Monday. But yeah, very very nice. Whoa. I can see why this got some very good praise in the competition. The only thing that I'm not really getting through in the flavour is the coffee itself, which is kind of bizarre being a coffee stout. There is some bitterness there. And when I say bitterness, it's not coming in the usual way from from the hops. This is definitely a malt bitterness. But when you get really dark, malty kind of roast grains, they can add a grain bitterness. It's kind of an astringency, and that's not really what this beer has. It's like a more bitter sourness. So maybe that is coming from the coffee, but the flavour, the taste, is not superbly coffeeness. I mean, it is there, but it's very much in the background. Ooh, pardon me. Wow, there is a bit of carbonation in there, as we say sometimes, or I say. But yeah, this is a really nice beer. It's a nice benchmark. Um, so yeah, for me, my feedback would be more coffee if possible, just to get that flavour in there, and carbonation, which is difficult with a really strong beer, unless you're going to carb in a bottle or something. I know Mike predominantly uses the glass bottles. So there's always the danger there. So sometimes he uses the Grolsch type caps, but yeah, the danger is there. You don't want it overcarbed. And with a 11% beer, sometimes, unless you're using a tiny little reabsorption of yeast, some people put a tiny little pinch of something like champagne yeast in there, just to finish off in the bottle. You've got to be really careful, and you've got to know what you're doing, because I haven't had any actual exploding bottles as such, but I've definitely had some beers that were, gushing beers, if you like, and actually went and kind of through the ceiling, if it were, and that is not what you want to see. It's it's a bit over the top, shall we say, but kind of when you're making these beers, that's kind of what you want, isn't it? Oh, maybe a little bit of extra coffeeness at the end there, but that's not unusual when you get right to the bottom of the glass, especially with something with a few adjuncts in, and in this case with the coffee, the coffee in there. So I am getting a bit of extra astringency, bit of extra bitterness, but still not that kind of roast kind of coffee flavour. Um, but maybe, as I say, because it's a slightly older beer, maybe that's kind of got absorbed into the beer. So yeah, something to think about for the next version. But yeah, I am kind of smiling. I'm getting that warmness kind of running through my body, starts in your kind of stomach and moves up to your face. And I don't know if I've got any rosy cheeks or not, but fantastic beer. So thank you very much, Mike. And we are drawing to the end of my birthday. Um, want to forget this year, unfortunately, but I might stop counting now. Guys, this has been Uncle Jonah drinking beers, drinking a special beer, purely for your entertainment. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll try and come back with some more beer reviews, and they're going to come up real soon.